between the white guy and the black guy, in which he got his head with one of these. All right, so if you're unfamiliar with the incident, all you have to do is type in, I don't even know what this is called, Twisted Tea Smack Ohio on YouTube. I can't play it. I don't want to react to it. Aaron Moses, is this your favorite hat? Yes, it is, because I'm doing my dreads right now. I'm starting my dreads. Everybody pray for me. They're looking real cute. You know what I'm saying? They're not all the way done, but that's okay. All right, so the first thing that we're going to discuss, man, we have to understand the four most important parts of this incident, man. The fact that this guy, the person who assaulted the other guy, he was mixed. He was a light-skinned dude. You know, he took this the word that was used, the N word that was used by the white guy personal. This is all about strategy, respect, and communication barriers, man. So it's in my opinion, when we look and when we analyze this video, that the black guy started the violent part of the confrontation. Now, the white guy was using the N word repeatedly. I don't know exactly how it started. He was probably just, the white guy seemed very inebriated, very intoxicated, in my professional opinion. But at the end of the day, white people have no business using that word in any context. All right, that's just not something you guys should be saying. You have the freedom to say whatever you like to say, but ultimately, just as my ancestors have learned the hard way, freedom ain't free, baby. All right, so it's in my experience that white people have one of three ways of using this word for the first time, testing the waters to see how you as a minority or as a black person is going to respond to them saying this word. Okay, so firstly, any of these three ways is them just simply trying you. Okay, trying your patience, testing you, testing your gangster, just trying to see where you are and just trying to see where they can go and how far they can take this. All right, first, it's usually not this, but of course, aggressively. They're just gonna jump in, dive in deep, and just N-word. Boom! N-word. All right. The second way, very passively, they might say, yeah, my nigga. And then just look out their corner of the eye and see, gauge the energy, see how everybody responded. And then thirdly, which is the second most common, passive aggressively. They might say something like, yeah, I grew up in the hood, and you my nigga. I don't know if you have a problem with me saying that you're my nigga, but do you? Do you feel comfortable with me calling you or saying my nigga around you? My nigga. And it's a fact. It's a fact. All right. Now, this guy seemed like he was more on the aggressive side because, number one, he was buying Bud Light. And only aggressive white people drink Bud Light. It's a fact. I Googled it. It's true. Aaron Moses. All right. Now, at the end of the day, man, he was in the wrong instantly. He was in the wrong instantly. But at the same time, he was not to be reasoned with. He was visibly drunk. In my professional opinion, he was visibly drunk. And people in this position, when they feel like they have that power, when they feel like they have that confidence, hey, man, I grew up around a whole bunch of white people. This is Ohio. It's America. Trump's still in office. I got in fights with black people. I lost my virginity to a black woman. I know how to make black people Kool-Aid with the honey and the lemon. Come on, bro. I can say if I've earned the right to say this word, it's a badge of honor. I say it naturally. I don't say it all awkwardly like the rest of my white peers, my white cousins, Brad and Blake. I say it with confidence. I've said it many, many times. I didn't have to practice it in the mirror. I didn't learn it from a rap song. I grew up listening to Radiohead and Leonard Skinner with my mom, bro. He said it very confidently. Okay, but at the same time, I'm assuming that he's been outside of whatever town in Ohio that he's from, and he knows who to say it around and who not to say it around. Now, this goes back with the tone, the skin tone of his adversary. His adversary, the black guy, was visually, in my opinion, someone who's not only a light skinned black guy, but more than not, 9 times out of 10, he was mixed. So either his mother was white or his father was white. Okay? 9 times out of 10, his mother was white. And we all know that 72 to 80% of black men grow up without fathers, okay? If they have a black father, unfortunately. So, with that being said, guys, his wife's side of the family, let's just assume this guy was mixed. If he's not, blessings to him, but let's just assume he is mixed. His white side of the family, he probably had some people on his side of the family that resented the fact that he was black, that did not like the fact that their genes were not being represented through this child. The fact that his mother rejected her Caucasian genes and chose to procreate with a black man. So they probably excluded him from a lot of activities. They probably even used that word against him, and not even with the A on the end, with the ER, with the hard R. They probably didn't invite him, made him feel different, made him feel like he was special in a bad way. So this might have triggered something in him, seeing this white guy repeatedly using it so freely, so aggressively, so carefree. Who knows? But I'm willing to bet that has something to do with his physical response to this white man. Okay? Our people, black people, we are a peaceful people. Okay? And don't ask me, baby. Don't believe me. Believe history. And black people don't write history. This is a white man's history. So if you really want to see how peaceful and non-aggressive black people are, civil rights movement, my guy. George Floyd, well, not George Floyd. Everything else besides that, we could be proven to be an overall peaceful type of people, bro. But when this black man entered this situation and he was being taunted and he was being pushed and pressed and triggered, I'm not saying that he didn't have a choice. Oh, we all have choices. But the thing about it is, I don't think I don't think that he would have actually struck this man. I think that he would have made the choice to not strike this man had he not provoked him after he acted as if he was going to respond in that way. You feel me? So we have to come down to what was this black man thinking in the situation. He was thinking very strategically. And I didn't look too much further into this situation, but I believe no charges were pressed. Now, what he committed is what is called a felony. And if anybody knows about felonies, it's Aaron Daddy Moses, okay? What he did was a felony, but the fact that he was provoked in the manner that he was, it could be considered in a court of law self-defense, all right? He pretended like he was gonna hit him with the can. He dropped the can. He almost kicked his hand. He picked it up and hit him. So technically, his felonious acts could be dropped down to a misdemeanor. It's definitely possible, which is probably why they didn't prosecute the dude and they didn't even look for him, and because of all the facts I just stated previously, right? But he put himself. He thought with his strategic mind. Yes, it was an emotional reaction, but it was a logical and rational response though. He set him up. He put him in a position where he seemingly almost had to defend himself. Okay, this is what we call in spirituality creativity. He took his left brain and put it with his right brain and created something molto bene. Okay, beautiful, very beautiful. That was I like that. I like how he did that. But we do have to understand, man. What this white man has said that to somebody that was dark skinned, would he have acted like that if that guy wasn't so closely related to him in skin tone? Would he have done that from a dude from the south side of Chicago or West Side Treetop Bompton or East Atlanta Zone 6 or Miami-Dade, Florida or Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, New York? Would that have happened? I don't think it would have. I don't think it would have. I don't think he would have rolled that cigarette and smoked that up. I don't think that would have happened. So what we do have to understand, man. Number one, I think the light skinned guy got triggered, bro, because I think he was mixed, and I think he had been assaulted and traumatized by that word so many times by the white side of his family, and been called light skinned, whatever his name is, light skinned Jimmy, white Jimmy, or had the name, whatever nickname. You know how we are, bro, if you're black. And if you don't know how we are and you're non-black, black people, we dig deep on stuff that we know is gonna irritate you, and we just do it anyway for our own benefit because we think it's funny because whatever, I can't explain it. Slavery, I don't know, whatever. But the fact that he had to go through that on both sides of his family, and he was put in this position, he was just trying to have a good time, bro. These don't even get you drunk, and he was only buying one. You need at least 8 of these motherfuckers to get you teed up. And he was only buying one. He probably just got off of work. He was just trying to kick it. He probably wasn't even buying it. He was probably buying this for his girl. And he didn't even leave with the rest of his groceries. He just left. But he was triggered, man. Am I defending? I'm not defending anybody. He was in the wrong too. Violence is usually not the answer. He didn't put his hands on him first. But he took it personally. Have I? I'm going to tell you this. I've never been called the hard R before. I don't know how that feels. Yes, I am from the South. I am from Atlanta, but no white person has ever called me the hard R. So I don't know how that feels. He, 9 times out of 10, the black guy, 9 times out of 10, he knows how that feels. So my heart goes out to him. Thirdly, I mean, he thought strategically. He used his left brain and he fused it with the powers of his right brain, and he positioned himself where he avoided the possibility of being charged and prosecuted with the felony. If anything, if he gets charged with anything, it might be a felony, but they could knock it down to a misdemeanor, and he's probably gonna get a year probation. He probably doesn't. If he smoke, nobody who smokes weed drinks steez, bro, except for women, bro. You know what we call this in Chicago? Thotty juice. Nobody drinks thotty. No man drinks thotty juice and smokes weed unless they're a serious alcoholic, bro. That's a fact. Okay. And number four, it all comes down to respect, bro. Respect. What's the definition of respect? The definition of respect is having a consideration for a person's space, time, culture, religion, language, etc., bro. He had no consideration for any of those things, and he had to get dealt with, whether it had to be physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually, mentally. He had to be checked in some kind of form, way, or fashion, bro. And it just happened to be physically and mentally and socially now because people know who he is. And number five, communication barriers, bro. Barriers, bro. You can say what you want to say, but everybody is not gonna know what you're trying to say, bro. You can say what you want to say, tomato, tomato. You can say whatever you want to say, but it's not always going to mean the same thing to everybody, bro. Just like I say, what you feel and what's real is not the same pill, baby. So you have to be very considerate of that at all times and all places, in all situations, and all moons, and all phases. All right. That's what I learned. So I don't know what you think you can learn from this situation. What I've learned is these taste pretty okay, but they will not get you lit. Twisted, I wouldn't have called these twisted because they're certainly not gonna get you that. But that's what happens when you call that gentleman the N word and you're white, bro. He doesn't like it, so don't do it. Alright? It's Aaron Moses. I'm the bang, you the bang. We the bang together, man. Let's pray for my black man. Pray that he gets endorsed by Twisted Tea. I want to see him on some commercials, some ads, some t-shirts, some cans. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you gotta Google it, bro. Look up Twisted Tea Smack in Ohio. Just look that up. It's on YouTube. Oh, that's That's your boy. That's Cody and Tommy, man. Just look it up real quick, bro. Look it up. But I gotta be out, man. It's Sam Moses. I'm the band. You the band. We the band together, man. Look, I got a mixtape on the way, bro. But I'm putting the finishing touches on it. I'm putting the finishing touches on it. And I want it to be perfect for you guys, man. I don't want to be selfish about it. I got a lot of bangers on it. I got a lot of bangers on it. My mustache is looking real sexy today. That shit only took me like 2 minutes to do. Look at me. Ooh, I'm doing my dread. I'm in the process of doing my dreads. I'm probably gonna finish some sometime this week. I gotta go to bed in like a couple hours. I want to sneak in the first shift tomorrow, so I can get this money, man. But yeah, that's it, guys. Peace. Love you guys.